absolutely true, bro. I mean, until a God actually and Satan or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ask Google, according to the Bible, who's killed more people? You see that Satan only killed 10 people, and that was with his,
They were taking
7
people
people, and that was
out.
lots kids with God's permission. So if you really want to go there, and I'm not trying to take sides or nothing like that because that's not what I do, but why do people hate Satan so much? If you think he exists, why do you hate him so much? Because he wanted a better job?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is? It's funny that in that good book that people call the Bible, God killed anybody and everybody but Satan. Why is that?
Said what happened? They kicked him out. They kicked him out of
heaven because
heaven.
He wanted a job promotion, bro. I mean, think about it. If you say God is so great, wouldn't you want to be like God? Wouldn't you want to be able to do things that he do? Wouldn't you want to be in his footsteps and
follow? Yeah, I mean that's what it is now. They want to follow in God's footsteps.
So, but he gets kicked out, and all of a sudden, I mean, let me share with you why it's very contradictory. It tell you to love your brother, love this person, love somebody like you love Christ, right?
Right.
Why not Satan? He was like the most perfect angel at one point, right?
Yeah, I think of music or something like he was.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he was quote unquote the best angel up there in heaven, right?
Right.
So if you notice, any picture you see of Satan, he's throwing up a hand gesture, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever notice, almost any picture you see of so-called Jesus, he's doing the same gesture. You ever notice that?
What is it?
There's some with the two.
I never seen that one, but I don't know what that was. I don't know if.
But I'm saying, I mean,
I have seen a hand gesture
by both of them
in a Jesus poster.
And I know we're gonna go into other topics or whatnot, but I want to give the listeners something to think about. Why isn't there any grave sites for anybody in the Bible?
Hey, look, I want to let people know that's listening live. I just got a text saying that this live broadcast was terminated, but will be available again in a few minutes. Now, the last time that we went into a deep conversation,
watch they blame me.
Something happened like this. You know what I'm saying? So, but it still said we're recording. Hopefully, you guys are tuned back in now. Yeah, we can keep it going because it's still recording. So, whether I have to upload it, later,
right.
But it say it's live right now. So hopefully they get in there and get it right.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna say this because I know we're gonna move on to some more topics and start to have fun and all that good stuff. But if you guys are listening and you are curious to get some insight of how I think, go to YouTube. Excuse me. And there's a video called The God Matrix. You have to type it in. It's not going to automatically come up. You have to type it in, The God Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a brother on there telling us how we are in the matrix of religion. And it's like you being scripted for a movie that you don't even belong in. You see what I'm saying? Because he'll break down and tell you what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm not gonna go
and give him the name again.
The God Matrix.
The God Matrix.
Oh yeah, it's a good listen to. I'm not, and my mission is never to tell people not to believe in what they believe in.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have an issue with people who believe in God at all. One thing I do have an issue with, realistically, is Black Christianity. That's the only thing I have an issue with.
Gotcha. I think I'm gonna have to. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna have to set up a show. If maybe I get on have a Christian call in and we'll have this little debate because I can't. Me personally, I can't go deep into Christianity because
right.
I'm not super following Christianity like that. But I think it's interesting. It's interesting to have people listen to that because maybe they can get a clearer, perspective.
And that's all I ever want, man. I mean, The only reason why I don't take most people in religion serious is because they're like gangbangers. They church gangbangers.
Mm.
They always say, if you don't believe what I believe, if you're not part of my little circle, then I can't really fully deal with you. I even had one girl. We went out, hung out, had a nice little date or whatnot. She came back to my spot, hit it off, right? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, in my opinion, chick is beautiful. I mean, she's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's just one of those um, headstrong Christians. And so the next morning when we got up, you know, still with barely any clothes on or whatnot, she go ask me, are my parents still together? Yeah, good. What church do you go to? I don't go to church. Oh, well, why not? Because I don't believe in church. I don't believe in religion, and I am an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you heard that record. She told me that we couldn't date. Not only that, we couldn't even be friends. So I'm like, is that what they teach you in church? That if people don't believe or walk the same walk that you walk, you can't associate with them? I thought the good book told you to go and try to tell people about what you believe in, not disassociate yourself. And that's the biggest problem I have with religion. It separates people, because if it was any truth to it, everybody would be under one umbrella, under one accord. You wouldn't have all these different sections. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
But for the fact that you do have all these different sections, everybody's dividing, and they killing each other over the shit. You know what I'm saying? Why you think that we don't have no military? We never conquered any. Our military never been to any place who's primarily Christian, only Muslim. Think about it.
This is true. This is very true.
Right. So religious wars, people killing each other, and disassociating from each other because of religion. Me, I'm more of a, let's find a way to get together, man. I'm only way that I can respect most people in religion is if they down to sit down with somebody else from another religion, because I think that's the only way you go truly learn something on this planet, is if you continuously talk to somebody who probably thinks slightly different from you. If you continue to talk to people who think the same way that you do, you ain't learning shit. You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that's the that's why I have a group on Facebook. It's called Different Beliefs, uh, Different Ideas of Beliefs, something like that. But it's on Facebook, where I have a pastor in there. I have a
Mm-hmm.
guy who's Muslim in there. There's a couple of us who's either atheist or agnostic or just curious. You know, they on the fence, and we try to put memes in there and have different topics and conversations, just so people can see how somebody who don't think like them thinks. You see what I'm saying? And I think the that's the problem with humanity right now, is we got something like that you can't prove is right, that divides us, and
Like a motherfucker.
yeah, and it's successful at it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm again, I'm very pro human, I'm pro our culture,
Right.
and I think that's the one thing that's keeping us down, because we're taught to accept your oppressors, the colonizers, uh, ways of thinking, and it's like, if you fight against them, it's almost like you fighting against God. That's because that's what they taught you.
Man, this show has got very deep, and I think it is good to hear this from you, because now, getting along cool before I knew your beliefs,
Uh huh.
everything is cool. I
Right.
mean, it still is cool.
Right.
You know, I respect you as a person. I don't have no problem with you. You never disrespected me.
Right.
You know, so I can't say, oh, he's an atheist. Like, I got to back up. You know, it's not like, now for me, how I was raised, if you in here doing some witchcraft devil praising, I'd be like, I can't fuck with you. But that's just how I am.
And that's slightly discriminating.
It is. I'm a
And see,
habitual discriminator.
no, I agree that you want to feel that way, but
Right.
unless you talk to somebody who's into that, and I mean, because they probably never fully got your side of what you believe in. Obviously, you probably never got what they believe or why they believe it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I put up a meme in my group one day, man. It's like, this is what Christians do. This is what Muslims do. You know, Muslims say Muslim. I mean, Christians say Muslims are wrong. Muslims say Jews are wrong. Jews say Christians are wrong. Atheists just sitting back like, fuck this shit.
Okay, right.
You know.
Got it. But I mean, like if that's like now. I guess I guess we can stay on this topic till break. It's almost break, but okay, for me, like if I walk in the room and there's this pentagram there with the candles lit and shit that they do, the little sorcery shit, I'm not walking in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's just off of me, like, because I still feel at this point in my life, it's like, I was talking to my cousin about this, like, we don't know what right is.
Right.
All we know how is to live right.
But that's also part of what religion puts fear into people.
Right.
Right.
It teaches you to fear what you don't understand.
Yeah, it's the fear of something that you don't know, so back away from it.
Right.
But instead of backing away from it, why not stop and ask them, what is that for? What are you doing?
Right.
You know, because obviously they've gotten this far in life with it. And whatever it is they're doing, it can't be bad. It can't be that bad. They're still living with it.
Right.
Okay, so instead of so one of the things that we need to learn how to do is back away from our fear of not knowing and learn about it. If nobody said you got to accept it, but just learn about it.
No, it doesn't have to be your culture, your way of life. But I will say this though: everything that we learn or we can research that has something to do with slavery and oppression and all that good stuff. Haiti is the only place where black people is physically at that kick the oppressor's ass. And I throw up a big fist to them. But you know, the majority of the people, they say that they, you know, practice witchcraft.
Right.
So now, sometimes you have to do the math inside of science and the science inside of math. If these people were able to stand up to the people who were similar to the people who kidnapped and enslaved your ancestors, they did something right. You see what I'm saying? What can you learn from them to implement in our lives today to help us rise up to be better? Not saying that you have to study witchcraft, but something that they did, you know, to say, no, that's not happening here. We fight back. And
well, I mean, it's evident, like, they did what a lot of different races do now. They only fucked with themselves and didn't fuck with other people. Like, you have Armenians. Armenians only deal with Armenians. Hispanics, you know, a lot of the old school Hispanics are, you know, they more like, you know, it's us against everybody. Jewish people, I think us black people may be the only ones that is open up and willing to, you know, have open arms for everybody.
But and that's a whole nother subject. That's a whole nother story.
Right.
But you got to understand, Black Americans are people without a nation.
Right.
We have nowhere to go to.
I said that we've been robbed from it.
Right.
And you look at other cultures. You look at Hispanic cultures. They have dances. They have a culture that they can look back to.
Right.
You look at Armenians. They have a culture that they can go back to. You look at Black Americans. Our culture was robbed. Our language was robbed. Our attitude, our religion, was everything that was about us was robbed, and something else was forced onto us.
Right.
And we will never be able to find that again, because how do you say, even with the DNA ancestry, you can say I'm from West Africa, but what part of West Africa? Because our culture has been so mixed and robbed, it's very hard for us to go back to where we originated.
This is fact.
But we have taken on everybody else's because we have nowhere to go.
Yeah, but that's why we celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving.
We celebrate everything.
Taco Tuesday.
That does no good to black folks.
Yeah, but you know, black folks, there's nothing wrong with tacos or Tuesdays. So.
Did black folks make up Taco Tuesday?
I don't know.
Yes,
I think we did. I gotta ask my boy Joe.
But how about this? How about anybody we have this conversation with? Ask them. I mean, because I meditate, you know, and try to grasp the energy of my past ancestors. You know, people pray, other people do other things. I meditate and try to, you know, feed from the energy of my ancestors. And when I hear the stories and reading books of what happened to them and what they fought so hard to not do and not be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And some people just said, you know what, we need to do this so we can have people behind us exist. Because if everybody said no, we go fight this, man, they would have wiped us off the planet. I mean, they tried to, but I know, but I'm saying that if they would have did that during the transatlantic slave trade, and everybody would have stood up and said, "Hey, freedom or death," instead of somebody saying, "You know what, we need some people behind us to build our legacy later on in life,"
Right.
But sit down and ask them before slavery and the transatlantic slave trade, what did your ancestors believe in?
But that's like that meme that I put up the other day. If all black folks, if we stopped doing all white people holidays,
Mm-hmm.
what would we celebrate?
Kwanzaa?
We don't do that.
Yeah, we don't. Shit,
We don't do that.
we be nothing. We just
Right.
We rally behind Christmas, but if you mention Kwanzaa, that's a joke. But we will go broke behind Christmas.
I think we'll celebrate New Year's with gumbo and shit and chitlins. Some people make chitlins on New Year's. Some people make
But is
gumbo.
New Year's a holiday?
Nah, I mean, no. I mean, I get the day off that day. Maybe.
That's because it's the government,
we get the day off, but it's not a holiday. Think about all the holidays that we go out and we spend dollars on.
St. Patrick. Some people go out and buy green shit for St. Patrick.
Again, we adopt other cultures.
Yeah, we don't have our own.
Right.
When we are the only people, us African Americans. Now, do y'all consider yourself African American?
No.
Or y'all black?
I'm human.
You black, human.
Yeah, I'm human.
Okay, human.
I'm dirty water. I tell people all the time, the reason why I say I'm black is because when you take all the different colors in the rainbow, and you throw them in what color water you get?
What you get, black?
You get dirty water.
You take all the colors, you get dirty water.
When you look at what makes me up,
Okay.
I come from at least 5 different little. So yeah, you got dirty water.
Look at her hair.
Shut up.
Okay, I can see you got some Creole somewhere. Creole? You got some Creole?
She's
over there?
white. She's just darker shade of white.
My mama black and my daddy blacker. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. Got you. Now, for those that's listening live, I apologize. I got another message saying that the message board is cracking, but whatever happened, our messages stopped. We're not getting no messages, so just keep the messages coming, and I will get to them after the show and see what happened. I don't know if it's because of the weather, the Wi-Fi lost it, but we're gonna go into
I sent you something though.
You sent me something on.
I just text you something.
Oh, okay, we're gonna go into break for a second. Let me see what we got. Oh, okay. I can. Okay, we'll do this. That song is actually dope.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, I heard that song.
Cool.
Now I have to. I already got a song for from an artist to look out for. But I will play that. We will get in there. So this is Tiana Goss off her new EP Back to Earth, song called Trust. Go out and copy.
Easier to lie than it is to tell the truth. So I keep to myself and tell people what they want to hear. That way I'll hide my truth, never have to face my fears that I'm holding inside. You see right through me, you don't have to try. I wanna give you what you want, but I can't decide. Is it worth the fight? Are we worth the fight? No. I Yeah. Telling myself every day, this is what I want, I gotta pray. Yeah. This life ain't for the faint of heart, it'll make you feel away. Yeah. Love, it ain't black and white, it's like we've been living in the gray. I'm living with the shitty, guilty conscience. I thought that I loved him, but damn, I'm so cautious. I think he could tell that night when I called him, looking to fill empty spaces with people I don't care about. I'm so filled with doubt. Without you, I'll figure it out. I give you what you want, but I can't decide. Is this worth the fight? Are we worth the fight? No. You're everything that I love. I lost all your trust. I lost all your trust, baby. Does my heart feel too much? 'Cause I lost all your trust. I lost all your trust. You're everything that I love. I lost all your trust. I lost all your trust, baby. Does my heart feel too much? 'Cause I lost all your trust. I lost all your trust. Yeah.
That was Tiana Goss off her new EP called Back to Earth. Song is called Trust.
I like that.
I hope everybody enjoyed that.
I like that.
And once again, if you're listening live, I apologize for our mishap that's going on. I don't know what happened. Right now, I still say we're live. I know you guys are listening, and you guys are in the message boards. Continue the messages. We can't see them. We're trying to get them back. But keep them coming. We will see them, and I will be.
See, B-Hop, he said, I'm also an atheist.
Yeah, I never knew that. That's my baby brother. Never knew that. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody said, I thought it was just me.
They was talking about that's when the show had or the live collapsed.
Oh.
So something happened to where I guess it started a new. If you go to this, I shared it on my page. If you go to the page, it started a second one. So I guess it's like a part 1, part 2. I hope that phone call was in there because that phone call was nuts. That phone call was nuts. If you listen in live and you guys heard the first half, and you heard that phone call that Nimpho got from what was the name?
Serenity.
I'm low key thinking that's not her real name. That's her phone call name.
It's her real name.
That's her real name, Serenity. Okay. That's pretty funny. All right, so we actually I guess it's time to get into some topics that we actually had. I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. We had just a crazy conversation about we was introducing Nimpho, and we found out that Nimpho is atheist, and went into a deep conversation. And for those who probably came across a person that was atheist and you felt a kind of way and stepped back because of your belief, by me knowing Nimpho, I would tell you to get that out of here, because before this, he's a cool ass dude, and after that, he's still a cool ass dude in my book. So
damn right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Appreciate that.
all the time. We got business to do anyway. Now, finally, we're getting into the topics. You ready to get into some topics?
Man, I'm ready to laugh, man.
I'm ready to laugh. We got the seriousness off. We good? You enjoying yourself? You all right? Good. Okay. So let's see. The first topic. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. The first topic. Should we just go straight into Kevin Hart? Let's go into Kevin Hart. So Kevin Hart. Some of you may know him. Some of you may not. Who am I kidding? You all know him. Kevin Hart is the biggest comedian right now. He's been the biggest comedian for the past, 10 years? Almost 10 years? No, because Cat Williams was here for a minute. He been on top for a minute. After Cat fell off, he took over. For some reason, we can only have one black comedian running the game at one point. You guys aware of that? Have you noticed that? It's always one at a time.
Right.
Well, hold on. She said y'all. You are some. What you mean, y'all? What you mean by that?
I told you she white.
Men, they can't let too many of y'all black men get too big, too big, too fast.
Gotcha. I was about to say she talking about y'all. I'm like, hold on, y'all. I mean, it's black folks. What we got going on? But so Kevin Hart, he had got a role to host the 2019 Oscars. Somebody on Twitter dug up an old tweet from between 2009 and 2011, and there was some, I guess, some quote unquote homophobic lines. Me personally, I don't think, maybe it is, but me personally, I don't think nobody's homophobic. Nobody's scared of what's the correct term for homo is not correct, right?
No.
What's the correct term? So why is it
LBQJXY.
She sound like me. I don't know. See, you know it's funny you say. I don't know if you heard some of my old shows, and my co-host will get mad because I say LGBTQP. You know, and that's funny that you said that. But she told me to stop doing it, and I stopped. But so what's the correct term? Okay, homophobic. I mean, you have a fear of what?
Gay person.
A gay person.
Yeah.
Okay, now where's the homo come from? Like the homo that's, am I missing something? The homo, like if
a homosexual is
homosexual.
Yeah.
That's the correct term. Okay,
Yeah.
so that I had a super brain for it. Forgive me. So, meaning that you're afraid of the, what's the word? The
homosexual.
Homosexual. You're afraid of homosexual.
Right.
I don't think nobody's afraid of homosexual. Me personally, but as my co-host say, neither here or there. But he said some things in 2009, 2011. They were, he called somebody one thing he said that he didn't want his son to grow up and be gay. And me personally, you know, I don't know no guy that wants theirs.
Right. That's understandable.
Yeah. I don't even know if gay men want their son to grow up and be gay.
I haven't heard one say that.
You know what I'm saying? So, he also said, he told a guy that, or he called somebody a fat fag, which I get it. You know what I'm saying?
That could be insensitive.
Right. Now, on here at Townhouse Me, there's a strict rule on using the word fag, and I just used it, Jesus Christ. But I had to, but you know, that word is a no-no. The F-bomb don't mean fuck here, because we can say fuck all night long. It's that word. He called somebody a fat fag. He also said somebody looked like they were, I guess he looked at a picture, and he said that they were gay. They looked like a gay advertisement for an AIDS billboard or something similar to that. And he went and apologized for his words. Now my thing is, you apologize and step down. Why you couldn't just apologize and keep going? There's other races that apologize and keep as they say, take a lick and they keep on ticking.
He was given an option.
He was given an
to
option.
either apologize or step down.
And he chose
to step down because he said he's already apologized on numerous occasions.
Right.
And if you took the time to go dig that up from 10 years ago, why didn't you take the time to go dig up my apology?
Right. And unfortunately, like, bruh, it's hard for me to find a tweet from a week ago.
Right.
If you're a constant tweeter, and most celebrities are, you know how much time that guy, and it was the guy, how much time that guy, it took for him to go dig up a tweet from 2009? That's hours. That's hours. That's almost 10 years of tweets. And This guy, you know, celebrities tweet a lot. So that's a lot of man hours. So you set out for this to happen. You have a certain type of hatred. Maybe the guy's racist. We don't know. But if it's some type of hatred there for you to go back that far. Now, with this situation, how do you guys feel about him stepping down, or him being I don't want to say stoned, him getting in trouble with the media and everybody else on what he chose to say?
I'm on his side with it, man. I think my attitude would be, fuck it. fuck you. You give me the option and you digging up some shit like this. Hey man, I'll step down. I would step down.
Now that's what Snoop had told him. Man, fuck him.
Fuck him.
Like, fuck him. Now,
you know what? Because they came to him. He didn't go to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you come to me and you ask me to do you a favor, you say if Joe Smo say, "Hey Nimpho, come do my show. Come be on my show."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Run lead on our show. And then one of your producers or somebody come say, "Well, Nimpho said this on this show one time before. We don't want him to hurt nobody's feelings, so make him apologize. If he don't want to apologize, then he can't do the show." Fuck you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I stand firm on what I believe in and what I said, even if I made a mistake and I apologize for it, I apologize for it. I don't have to. I'm not your slave, bro. I don't have to keep Master, please forgive me.
Right.
I don't have to take that attitude. If I apologize for it and I apologize for it again, it's done. It's done.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go back to what we were talking about earlier, how people judge people. Does not most of these people out here judging believe in the Bible? And does it not say, "Ye who has not sinned, cast the first stone"? How many of us have never said anything that hurt somebody else's feelings? Oh, my goodness. If you've never said anything that has hurt somebody's feelings, then you can sit back and say he needs to apologize.
Oh, never. Come on now.
Come on, I say something every day. I hurt somebody's feelings every single day.
Every day.
That's our goal.
I wouldn't say I did every day, but I have, and
I make it a goal of doing it every day.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Son of a bitch.
That's pretty harsh.
Hey, I still need that really, bro. I need something to say really, bro.
We're gonna get it. I promise you we'll get it. Now, this is my thing. Now, people are upset of like, oh, how can you dig up, this tweet from, this X amount of years and blah, blah, blah. Now, if it's there, it's there. And I was even thinking about, I done said some crazy foul shit. I'm thinking about now, since the podcast, and I'm saying it now live, since the podcast is on all these different streaming sites, I'm thinking about going to delete my shit now. If I delete it now, they can't say nothing because I'm not famous. They can't go back and be like, "Oh, this is what it is." I can delete it and start over fresh.
Not if somebody saved it.
But
believe me, somebody has it saved on their computer. And
Somebody.
all it takes is for one person to have it saved on their computer.
But still, so what? I mean,
I done said some harsh shit about
everybody has said something bad about something sometime in their life. If you
my favorite word is bulldagger.
Ooh. What is that, by the way?
A bulldagger is a dyke.
Yeah, but I mean, what is a bulldagger?
I have no idea. I just know they like putting strap-ons on and engaging in sexual acts with other women, and they're women. They usually have fades, dreads. Some have braids.
I know what a stud is.
It's a stud. It's a stud.
But I'm saying, what is a bulldagger?
It's a stud on level 30.
Are you fucking kidding me?
A bulldagger is a stud on level 30.
I do have a question about that though. Before I don't want to lose topic.
Good.
If a stud or a bulldagger, what you call them,
Mm-hmm.
if they see a chick that's hot,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Sometimes if we see a chick, we get that little, hey, we think she's attractive. You
get the hydraulic action.
Yeah, your little man start to give you black power or something.
Right.
What do a stud get? I mean, do her little clit get hard, or does she get wet in panties, or how does that work?
I think her pubic hair is balled up.
Oh,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Son of a bitch.
That was pretty funny.
But what when they be dancing, when the film turn around and put the ass on you,
Yeah.
and you know how we trying to feel the shit.
Right.
If you grind on me long enough, I'm gonna bust one on your ass.
Okay.
Right. What does a stud feel?
Impact.
Oh.
Booty meat.
Bottoms.
Ass bone.
I don't know, man.
They feel nothing. And I'm one of them guys that who had an ex that turned over to the other side. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I mean, I may have lost you to that one, but she can never feel the inside.
No.
I mean, she can stick her finger in there, but that's nothing but compared to sticking your swipe in there and feeling.
But when a stud is sitting in front of the back with a strap on, when does she know it's time to stop? I mean, because like with us, we skeet.
That's what's so good for them, because they don't have no sensitivity there, so they can go until they fucking get tired, like exercising.
Again, but when do they know to stop?
Ain't no stopping. Ain't no stopping them now. Them dikes is cold.
Oh.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is why I need to delete my Twitter.
All right, but I know you want to move forward with what we was talking about.
Kevin, yeah.
But I do have a quick story about what we was talking about, the dancing and stuff. Back in the days, early 20s, right?
Okay.
I used to work for like DJ Paradise, who used to work for 92.3 The Beat and stuff like that. So we had one of the clubs that we promoting and whatnot. And this one chick, she's dancing with me, whatnot. She turned around, throw it on me, and she's wearing a dress.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm wearing some, like some Dockers or some shit, right?
Okay.
I'm like, kind of getting excited, man. I don't want to walk away from her and have like this little hard on, walking away from her, right?
Right.
So I'm dancing on her, and I'm trying to be like, turn around, let's dance face to face. But I guess they play DJ Quick, more pussy, right? So she's really into it. When I say really into it, she's really into it. Brother had to do what a brother had to do. I unzip my pants, and I'll just start grinding on her. Next thing you know,
are you fucking kidding me?
Under her dress, man. She went to the bathroom. I'm assuming that she knew when she went to the bathroom, but by the time she came back to the dance floor, I was gone. I was outie.
Damn, you did a drive-by?
Yeah.
Pull it off?
I didn't even take my kids, man. I just left the motherfuckers there, bro.
Man, that's child endangerment.
Man. I think I left them in good hands, though.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's double Wait, you abandoned the child inside of a club that they weren't supposed to be in?
Hey, man, it was some shooting going on, man. I had to get out. They couldn't come with me.
Bitch.
Literally. So, look. So Kevin Hart. Now, if I was Kevin Hart, the only thing I may have apologized for was the fat fag, maybe, because you can look like a gay guy on a AIDS billboard, because we see him every day. It's like, oh, that look like whoever the case. You can see somebody look like that, and I'm not apologizing for that. I'm not apologizing because I don't want a gay son. I don't want a gay son. I don't want a gay daughter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, if they grew up to be gay, I mean, most of us will love them anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly, and you're gonna still love them once you get past. You can stomach the whole. Because I know my ex, her mom. I'm cool. I'm cool with her mom.
Mm-hmm.
Her moms don't want to. She don't want to ever meet that chick, like ever. And maybe that's now, but maybe she may warm up to it,
right?
But it's been a couple years now, so maybe it may take longer than most. But some parents never get over it. Like, I don't want to see that part. Like, you happy over there? That's cool. Don't bring that motherfucker over here on Thanksgiving or Christmas. If you got to, you go do the bird thing over there or whatnot.
See, me and my mentality, man, my way of thinking. I mean, it'll catch me off guard at the beginning, but I'm like, hey, as long as my people are happy, whatever.
Right.
But as a parent, I think most parents, when they think of stuff like that, it's not necessarily that I don't want my child to be gay. You just understand the harshness that comes with that, and you want better for your children. Yeah. You don't want your children to have to suffer the harshness that comes along with that stereotype. So it has nothing to do with whether I love my child or not. It's just you always want better for your child than what you went through, and no one wants their child to be picked on or discriminated against simply because they're different. And I think that's kind of what he was saying when he said he was scared for his son.
Right.
It's not that he was scared for his son to be gay. It's I'm scared. I just don't want my child to have to suffer.
Hey, you be making some good ass points, man. Can I take you out for a drink or something?
No.
Really?
Son of a bitch.
Really? I can't take you out for a drink? That's all it's going to be is a drink because you ain't getting this D. How about that? All I'm offering is a drink. That D. Drink.
Well, yeah, so it got me dropping my phone.
Stop touching me.
So this is what Kevin Hart said. He made a tweet. Let's see what he said. He said, I have made the choice to step down from hosting this year's Oscars. This is because I do not want to be a distraction on a night that should be celebrated to so many amazing, talented artists. I sincerely apologize to the LGBTQ plus community for my intense words from my past. I'm sorry that I hurt people. I am evolving and want to continue to do so. My goal is to bring people together, not tear us apart. Much love and appreciation to the Academy. I hope we can meet again.
So he stepped down and still apologized.
This is what, apology 15?
He been apologizing a lot. He apologized recently for the Thanksgiving thing. Y'all seen that?
Mm-mm.
Well, he had a Thanksgiving party where they dressed up like
it was a birthday party for his son.
Oh, his birthday party.
Cowboys and Indians.
Cowboy Indian. I mean, ain't Cowboy supposed to be a part of history? Cowboy Indians. I mean,
yeah, but for a kid, I mean,
you know what I'm saying. So
kids, all they see is cowboy.
But when you have Native American groups that said we were not offended,
exactly.
Where's the problem?
Exactly. And then he apologized for cheating on his baby mom's or wife.
Which one of
No,
y'all
you don't have
don't
to do
cheat?
that, bro. You take that
What'd you
apology
say?
back.
Which one of y'all don't cheat? Silence.
Hey, too bad you took off the crickets. Huh?
I know, man. I was looking like, damn, I don't have a
Hey, I was always told that if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
How you like them apples?
Like I said, which one of y'all don't cheat?
I don't cheat.
Now,
I'm straight up honest with me. I mean, it's not cheating if you're honest with it.
You can't cheat if you're honest.
It's just like if you're in school, you're taking a test. If you got the answer sitting right next to you and the teacher walk by, like, this is not cheating. You see me, I'm copying the answers right here. Cheating is like you trying to sneak in. Yeah, and write down the correct answers.
I've been on both sides of the fence.
What?
Pause. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Look, I've been the cheater and I've been cheated and cheated on. So, honestly, getting cheated on can make you or break you, because you can either grow from it or that shit can fuck you up for life. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as being the cheater. The cheater, you don't feel nothing. Only the other person feel that, and you know that person got to live with that and probably fuck up the shit for the next person. But for me, when I got cheated on, it was like, okay, this happened. I was fucked up because I was invested.
Yeah.
However, it actually helped me. It changed me as a person for the better. You know, now at one point it was more like I was more like didn't care about other people's feelings or whatnot. It was more about me.
Yeah.
Now I'm more sensitive towards other people's feelings
Right.
that I'm dealing with.
Well,
I didn't let it come take over like, oh, fuck all these bitches.
well, that's the attitude that I had. With I'm not going to even say recent, but my situation where I got scarred from it. You know, I just had a don't give a fuck attitude towards women. It's like, fuck me being happy, man. I'll just find somebody who probably needs a good guy in their life, and I just try to make them happy for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think I'm still somewhat scarred from the situation.
And then y'all wonder why women come with so many issues. Because you cause them.
Man, y'all nuttier than squirrel shit. That's what it is.
But you cause us to be nutty.
We don't cause nothing, man.
My goodness.
We probably help. We probably add on to it, but we don't cause it.
A lot of women have problems from home. Dad's not being around.
Which, once again, it's the man that causes us to be nutty. If it starts with dad.
No, you outnumbered here. We disagree.
Hey,
starts with dad.
He said, so some women have problems starting at home with their fathers.
Right.
So if it starts with dad, How do you? I mean, come on now, really?
You know what? There's an unwritten rule that women are headaches from the day they're born, from the day that they're born to the day they get married. So you talking about the father? No, you guys are headaches from the day you guys are born until you guys are married. So
Son of a bitch.
you adding stress onto him.
So once we get married, we no longer headache.
No, you probably another guy's headache.
Son of a bitch.
Hey. Now, yeah, that cheating shit can go into a whole different thing. But I would say, like, some people it breaks you for life. You get cheated on, and it's like it take you a while to get back to yourself. Sometimes I think it took me a little bit. I'm not gonna say it took like a whole year, but it took me a little bit to snap back and realize that I fucked up a situation. I basically wasted time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And however, it made me a better person. It made me more focused on what I need to do.
I think I'm on year 7.
Year 7.
Year 7.
And it's way behind you. Like,
No, I mean I've developed some good friendships and partnerships since then.
mm-hmm.
I even thought I was gonna be bold enough to give it another chance, but I don't know, man. I think it's when it comes to women, man. I think there's only one woman that I actually trust to do anything around me. Anybody else is gonna have to just
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's like, how many women do you actually trust? Like,
one.
you know what I'm saying? So
Just one.
for me, at one point it was 2. Now it's down to 1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe we go through these things and they show you like,
But when I get the second woman to come live in with us, it'll take a while for me to, trust that person, or the person who is there with me to trust that person. So, but the way things are set up, I really have trust issues.
oh yeah,
And I really have sometimes I have a don't give a fuck attitude
I mean,
when
but
it comes to that.
in these days that we living in, how can you not have trust issues? Like, I'm to the point of, like, I don't even like going in situations where it's a lot of people. Like, the type of work that I do, I'm glad that I go in at the time I do, because
Right.
I don't have to deal with nobody until my damn near half my day gone, and then I could just walk past them and just be like, oh, I ain't fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's such a beautiful feeling, man. If you don't want to be bothered, you're like, I ain't fucking with you today, man.
Oh, I don't have. I left them in my car. I had these red Beats by Dre,
I saw him.
and I keep them on. I keep them on even if I
Even
don't
if
listen
they're
to
not
them. So nobody would talk to me. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I just walk by. Even
Just walking down the street nodding.
I may hear somebody like, "Hey, excuse me. Oh, I got these headphones on. I don't hear you, niggas." You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be getting up this game. Maybe somebody hear this and not recognize them, ignoring them, but
They will now.
they will now. Only here at the Seriously Not Another podcast would you incriminate yourself.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, now my other topic before we get into the sheets you have there is a transgender teen.
That's cool, man. We go from one gay story to another one. Cool.
Wait, what was the
We're
last
talking about
gay
Kevin Hart
story?
apologizing.
Apologize. Yeah, you're right. Damn, this is bad. Fuck.
Where are we going tonight on these?
Nowhere. It's,
Nah, I'm just playing, man.
Nah, like this show has been going great, and we just now getting to the actual topics on the second half.
Right.
But it's okay because the first half was so great. I'm
Right.
pretty sure people listen. I know the message board is probably going wild, and I can't see the motherfuckers until this shit ends. So, yeah, we good. So the transgender teen, who stabbed her parents to death, blamed the massacre on her gender identity issues. Now, you guys hear this, right?
So she stabbed her parents, but she blamed it on the fact that she's transgender.
Right. Now,
How does
How
that
does
work?
that work? Who does that?
and that's the part I want to talk about, because the motherfucker got 40 years. I don't care about that.
No, wait. When we talked about the transgender person before, we was talking about if it was a man trying to be a girl or a girl trying to be a man. Which
Right.
one is this?
This is I want to say, it's a man trying to be a woman.
A man trying to be a
Once
woman.
again, men are the problems.
they didn't have a problem until they tried to be a woman.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They didn't have an issue till they tried to be a woman.
Son of a bitch.
Now,
But the problem started with a man
no.
because he was confused.
He was, and the part, like, this is what I want to talk about. It's not even, the motherfucker got 40 years in prison. Woohoo. Get your ass in there and go have fun because you're going to have fun in there in the men's prison.
Right.
My thing is, I had a conversation. Okay, like my ex, I had a conversation. I'm like, you know, people that's homosexual and whatnot, this is a mental issue to me. This is just me. It's a mental issue. Or people that try and switch genders, I would say, or try and play the role of a gender. Now, if you're a gay woman and you look like, as they call in the gay world, a femme, which is a gay woman that looks like a woman or dressed like a woman, that's different. But if you're this,
I love them, by the way.
if you're this person, that want to be, and it's crazy, you want to be, you're a woman and you're trying to be a man. You even go as far as, it's some women that go out here as far as wearing strap-ons on a daily to feel like a man.
They feel like they're trapped in the wrong body.
Right. It was this video on that was going around on I'm getting off topic, but it was a video that was going around on social media, and it was just this lesbian party. It was just a smorgasbord of lesbians in there, just left to right, and they was two of them was getting into it. I guess they was messed around, and one of the studs, bulldaggers, butch, whatever you want to call it, she was talking to one of the femmes, and I don't know if the femme was bisexual. So she was like, "Is this what you want?" The stud is like, "This is what you want? This is what you want?" And she unzipped her pants, and out comes a plastic swipe. My thing is, like, that's mental if you carry a dildo or strap on you on the daily just so you can feel that much of a man. There's even women out here that's so much dagger and lesbian and stud that they don't want their girlfriends to touch their woman parts. So they don't want their tits touched. I got speech impediment. They don't want their tits touched or their private area.
Now, coming from someone who does know some people in that situation, the butch in the situation, a lot of her issues come to have to deal with the fact that she was molested as a child. Okay, so once again, a man created some issues in her head that caused her to be what she is today. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but that is why it is she doesn't like to be touched.
Okay, so look, let me tell you how mindfuck that person is. She's so mindfuck, she got molested by a man, right? And wanted to become him.
But it's not necessarily she wants to become him. She doesn't like men, and she doesn't want to be touched.
Okay, that stud, the ones that don't want to be touched at all.
She doesn't. She doesn't like men, and she doesn't want to be touched. So basically, her whole goal in life is to please the woman that she's with, but she doesn't want to be touched.
And see that, and that's what'd you say?
I said that's slightly crazy.
Well, that's why some women want to be lesbians, because they don't have, if you imagine imagine you being with somebody and you don't have to do no pleasure to them. They just please you from here on out. That's what it's like for them type of women.
Yeah, but who has to imagine that? No, but
Son of a bitch.
But for real, I got this crazy thought in my head.
Okay.
The stud with a strap on and the film. If the film, obviously she's getting penetration, so she obviously likes dick, or she likes being penetrated, right?
Right.
Does she also turn around and suck that shit? I mean, how does that work?
Some of them do.
But the stud ain't feeling nothing.
It's not about whether the stud is feeling something or not. It's going through the motion of what the whole going through the motion.
They channeling.
Channeling
that energy from their ancestors.
No.
Getting that.
No. Because while she's sitting there sucking on the plastic dick, the girl sitting there saying, "Oh Jesus, oh God, get the fuck out of here."
But see, this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying it's a mental issue, bro. They sitting there acting like they really feel that person.
They chemically unbalanced. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying they mind fucked. They are crazy, cuckoo.
That's chemically.
Okay, that's chemically imbalanced. Okay, they just, if you sit here and act like you feel some fellatio from a strap on or dildo,
Right.
you are a crazy
Son of a bitch.
period.
Right. I low key want to see that though. I want to see a stud with a strap on and give it to a girl, man. I kind of want to see that.
I'm pretty sure they have it on X videos.
I'm talking about in person.
In person.
Yeah.
I'm surprised a person like you haven't seen that yet.
No, I mean, there's some things I haven't seen, some things I never wanted to see.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit I never want to see.
I mean, I think I can honestly say I've never had a situation where there's a dildo around. Well, dildo around, but not used.
Because, here on Seriously Not Another Podcast, we get stories of dildos being used for both sexual partners.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
Hopefully not nobody who sit at the table with the earphones on.
Right now? No.
Oh,
Not nobody here.
because
No, not right now. Not here now.
I'm gonna have to text Kevin Hart and tell him to come down.
Now, pause.
No,
So
I'm
look,
saying.
now, the reason why I say that the there's a mental issue with somebody, a man trying to be a woman or a woman trying to be a man, and it goes back, and this is the thing, like, if you can't accept yourself and who you are, how can we accept you for who you are? Meaning, if you can't accept the fact that you're a man and you're trying to go and be a woman, how can we accept you trying to be this woman when you're a man?
Well, in some ways, I kind of applaud him for that because you got too many people who's on the down low. At least with this, they making it clear. Like, I'm a guy, but I like guys, so I'm gonna try to transition slightly towards a woman. You see what I'm saying? Say like, if it was a guy sitting at this table, right, and he's trying to hit on a young lady right here, and they go out, and it comes down conversation while they out. He's turning around looking at guys. It's like, well, he's on a down low. I mean, wouldn't you rather try to date a guy that you know is into women instead of him hiding it and really into men?
Why are you shaking your head?
I'm shaking my head because, once again, where does I work? Yes, they're crazy. There was a guy who went through the whole process, and it's a 2-year process to be turned into a woman, to actually get the operation.
Right.
He went through the whole process. He is now, post-op, considered a woman.
Okay.
And I'm at work one day, and he walks up, and he kind of goes, "I think me and you could have some fun." And I've just stopped, and I'm like, okay, I'm confused now. You were a guy that got an operation to become a woman, but now you want to fuck a woman. I'm lost.
Well, at that point, you just bumping uglies because he have nothing to penetrate. Like.
Exactly. It has been cut off and turned into a vagina.
So how was it?
I don't know because I never tried it, but I was confused.
This nigga's an asshole.
I was confused because I'm going, you were a guy. So, like,
why go through all of the operation?
Why go through all of that to try to date women now?
That's like, I just had it. It's like somebody being like you double gay now.
Double gay. It's the double gay bus coming down the street.
It's like Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner went through all this to become a woman,
but he doesn't want to get it cut off.
So if you a man want to be a woman, to me that's gay, right? It's pretty gay.
Yeah.
But you're a lesbian also because you're dressing like a woman and you still want to date women. What the fuck is wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? Like Bruce Jenner.
Like I said, I'm still confused. 10 years later, I'm still confused as to how that works.
I don't know, man. I don't.
At least with Bruce Jenner, he wants to dress like a woman, but he doesn't want to have it cut off.
Like Tyler Perry.
But this one had it cut off.
He had it split. There was a video on Facebook.
I heard about that.
Remember how it's done?
It was like a computerized video. That shit was
the
crazy.
computerized.
Oh, you seen the actual?
Yeah, one of my boys in Reno, man, he inboxed me a video of a guy
going through the real.
No, he had his thing like sliced. Was it in half or something?
I know what video you're talking about. He had his actual penis cut in half, so it was different.
Two different penises.
Yes, it was two parts to it.
How do you use that?
Talking about double stimulation, man.
I'm saying you can't use that.
I don't know.
Well, one in the pink, one in the stink.
I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah, you had to have seen the video.
That shit is like I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm from the hood. I'm an East Side baby now. it just pause this whole situation. The shit that y'all describing seems like it probably looked like when you buy them cheap ass hot dogs for a party and you leave them in the water too long and them motherfuckers like butterflies.
That's exactly what it looked like.
How can you hit something with that? How
do
that heal?
Why would you want that?
People
are just chemically unbalanced, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah. So yeah. So back to the chemical imbalance. The transgender, because I get confused myself sometimes. Pause. It's a boy trying to be a woman. Goes on a killing spree, or are killed
his parents,
parents, and now he's using it. His mental thing. He's probably one of the first ones to openly admit that he has a mental problem with his sexuality. A lot of people is like, no, I was meant to be like this. I was born to be a woman, or I'm a man, but I feel like a woman. I'm a woman trapped in a man's body.
So did he blame it on PMS?
But who are all the mass murderers out there? All the murderers out there are men. Everybody out there shooting up everybody is a man.
That's not true. Women are smarter. They just don't get caught as much.
Exactly, because we smarter.
Hey,
I don't know.
What's our problem with men?
Dude,
I don't have a problem with men. I love them.
You've been clapping.
Y'all got a problem. Y'all got issues,
since the beginning, bro.
Y'all got issues, though.
We can never let her sit and have a show with AC.
No.
Oh, that'd be fun.
No.
That'd be real fun.
That should be nuts.
You know who she was? They left this part out in the Bible. Okay. When God said, "Let there be light," she was like, "No, no, 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 no. I object. We gonna do this way." But since men were so powerful. treated women like second citizens, they cut that part out.
Got you. Damn, the look.
Son of a bitch.
Now, do you got? Well, I'm guessing you feel that is a mental issue when you're a man trying to be a woman.
I think it has something to do with the mental. I mean, even if it's not fully, I think the person who goes through these situations, they are attracted to something, so if it's a guy, he's attracted to another guy. He probably just want to find a way to fit in or feel comfortable attracting, another gay guy. You see what I'm saying? If a guy who's gay, some guys are more feminine or flamboyant than others.
Mm-hmm.
And you see them all the time with the way they dress or the way they talk or how they sound. I guess in some ways it's to just, throw it out there, if you are into guys.
Well, God damn, just go. Why dress like a woman? Just go out there and get you
Because some guys, just like some women, are on the both sides of the fence. So if a guy's bisexual, he might want a guy who kind of looks or resembles like a woman. So
yeah, that's deep. Well,
that's what she said.
Pause. So Nimpho, it's time for you to take over with what you got on the sheets, man. What you got? You got anything you want to get into with the topics?
Well, I do have one quick topic that I want to talk about. There was this one white kid in Indiana. I think the story says that he was 19. His girlfriend is 16, right? Mm-hmm. They was caught having sex, whatever. I guess it was in a public area, probably somewhere where most of us like to try to be adventurous and have sex at.
Sex safari.
Yeah. Long story short, because he was 19, the young lady was 16. When he went to court, the court tried to deem him as a sexual pedophile. And even though the girlfriend came to court, the girlfriend's mom came to court, said, no, we are totally okay with the situation. Even the moms came down and said, me and the husband or whatever is cool with the situation. He's a good guy, whatever. We don't want to press charges, or we don't want that title on him.
Right.
But the court went along with it anyway. So now the guy can't live in his house because his house is so close to a school. So he has to relocate. His parents have to relocate him. He can't have a smartphone. He can't have a computer. He can't have a lot of different things that a normal person would use in their everyday life because he has to register as a sex offender. And that's for life. You see what I'm saying?
So if you register as a sex offender, you never get off of that list. It's a wrap.
That's a wrap. And there's certain areas where you can and cannot stay at or live, and certain things you can't have in your possession, or else they lock your ass up.
So he may have been registered as a
sex offender because he
pedophile.
was 19.
That's under pedophile.
A sexual predator, yeah.
That's
because
crazy.
he was 19 and she was 16.
Yeah, like statutory rape. That's what that is, right? Statutory rape.
Because men are always chasing after something younger.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
So how do you feel about that? What do you think about that situation?
Younger women?
No.
Oh,
Just the story about this kid is in.
Now, and this is why it's crazy because in certain states there are certain laws,
right?
Like I said, I think out here at one point it was like a 3-year thing. If you're 3 years or under or closer, or it wasn't statutory rape. And I don't know what the laws is out there, but I mean, now if that was my daughter, I wouldn't be the parent like I'm cool with you. I feel like you're 19. There's some badass, way more developed 19-year-old, 20-year-olds, or a couple years older than you for you to get to, and that probably have jobs. My child is sitting here in high school.
Well, you got to remember, in most cases, some people graduate at 18.
No. Let's take Los Angeles for instance. You have 9th graders in school with 12th graders. So what's to say that when she was in the 9th grade, they started dating? She was in the 9th grade, he was in the 12th grade, and they started dating.
Right.
Okay. Now he's graduated, but she's still in school. If it was okay for them to date while he was in high school, why isn't it okay for them to still date now that he didn't graduate? So was he supposed to break up with her once he graduated?
Yeah. That's when you look at it like that.
That makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
However, it's a big difference. It could be like, okay, well, my daughter is a 10th grader and she's dating a freshman in college. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you dress it.
Okay, I will flip this issue. What do we do about the grown women that are in school teaching kids, but they also having sex with the kids?
Not a goddamn thing.
Nice.
Not a goddamn thing.
For real?
Well, let me go back to.
Did y'all just see that teacher right now in college, the professor?
Oh man,
you seen that?
What? I wish I could have went to little middle white America and had one of these teachers. Hold on, but let me ask this. I told you I graduated high school at 16, right? And I went straight to Cal State Long Beach, right? So, by your definition of what you just said, I shouldn't be able to date nobody who's a junior or a senior in high school at that time?
I'm not saying that's my definition, but what I asked was if they started dating when he was in high school, should he have broken up with her once he graduated?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Ben that said that.
Mm-hmm. That was me.
Yeah.
But my question now is, you have 30-year-old women who are having sex with 13-year-old boys. Why isn't she being treated the same way?
Now I think I see why my dad was upset with a certain situation when I was 17 and one lady was 26. I mean, is it the same way? I mean,
it's the exact same thing.
Because at the time, I didn't see nothing wrong with it.
Most of these women are not getting told that they're pedophiles.
Yeah, and to and to go against myself. Yes, and that lets you know there's no equal rights here. Women are known as that. Like they
got equal rights and surpasses, bro. That's all it was.
And I'm playing both sides of this goddamn fence. Now, why haven't these women being charged as sex offenders.
That's what she said.
That's what I'm asking.
But I also don't have. I mean, if that was me, but I also had this thing like, who the fuck is telling?
That's who should be in trouble.
The snitch should be
whoever's the
nigga. The type of the mentality I have right now. If I did that in high school, I probably wouldn't tell the closest person I'm close to.
No.
Like, this is something sacred.
I almost had a teacher though.
But these two kids, nobody told on them. They got caught. These teachers got caught.
I mean, how you get caught without
the
kid
teachers
telling?
didn't get caught. The teachers didn't caught.
The little kids ran in his mouth.
Some of them got caught. Some of them. I mean, it's about 15 of them within the past couple of years.
Nice.
Now,
and some of them have gotten caught.
I'm gonna just be like this now. I'm gonna be real for a second now. If you having sex with a underage person, if a teacher is having sex with a student in public, chances are they are a sex offender. Like, you are a sexual addict. You can't even wait to get in the car or at
Why
home.
does it have to be in public? If I am a 30-year-old teacher and I take my 14-year-old student, I tell him to come to my house, I am a sexual predator.
Man, talk about sex ed.
Hey, you know what, man? I tell you what though, man. All these teachers who's getting caught up in this, their husband must be whack as fuck.
I don't know if they have husbands. I think they have to be. They have to be single. Yeah, if you getting cheated on with a 14, 15-year-old, your bedroom game is at
But
a
some
negative.
of them are married.
But how you 30
Some
years
of
old?
them are married.
How you 30 years old trying to get your groove back though? That's
With a
you're still
14-year-old.
grooving. You're still
right.
grooving.
You still
at 30.
grooving,
With
man.
a 14-year-old. If I'm 30 and I want to get my groove back on, I can go get somebody 21 that can go have a drink with me. I ain't got to go get a 13-year-old.
All right, man. I gotta hurry up and have kids so I can see my kid in high school, man.
Let's think deeper. What if she brought him home to have like a flip session, like to have a threesome?
Do that for me. I wish that would happen for me in school. If my first experience was with a teacher and when her
Well, let's go back. When it's two women in men book, that's a threesome.
Yeah.
When it's two men, a man and two men and one chick, it's a train. Correct?
No, I don't say it like that. I've been in those situations where it wasn't a train. It was.
Are you still calling it the awesome threesome?
Nah, that's not an awesome threesome. That was just this dude, man. Hey, somebody take this dude cup, man. Nah, but you all right over there? You need me to back out?
Pause.
All right.
I'm sorry, man.
Nah,
That was
but
funny.
you
That
know,
was funny.
I've because I've had fantasies handled, and I have had lady friends who had fantasies. You know, having double stimulations and stuff like that. So, you know,
So is that still a threesome?
kind of, sort of.
So what would
But
you call-
the guys don't touch. We just take turns doing certain things.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I said men would call two guys messing with a chick a train.
Somewhat, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Men are always going to flip it and make it look like when she's doing what it is he's doing is bad.
No. But what
It's bad.
I'm saying is that, say, like, I can't give the guy's name, but it's like it's not really a train, because it's not like, hey, guess what? My boy's here. Guess what's getting ready to go down. It's nothing like that. It's like a conversation I had with a woman or two before, and they said, you ever had a threesome? It's like, yeah. What's your fantasy? I've always wanted two guys, because some women, you know, they get turned on by giving head, and they really get turned on by doing other things. So
yeah.
having a double stimulation is what some people was interested in. So.
Okay. Man, the thing I like about this show is, like, our topics are turn into another topic, and then that topic turn to another topic, and it's all good.
Right.
Like, if this was trash, I'd be like, I'd be looking at my phone like, is it almost time yet? Now, so at the bottom line, are we saying that what was we talking about?
That child should not be
the
viewed as a
the
sexual,
judicial
as a predator.
system failed us again.
Failed us again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was he black?
White.
And it halfway felt us.
But I'm saying realistically, man, dude, he's gonna have to alter his life completely for the rest of his life, man.
I mean, that's fucked up. Especially when you have. That's like you getting arrested for murder, and somebody come and be like, "Hey, he didn't do it. I did it. I'm turning myself in." They still, penalize. They still give you 25 to life, and when somebody coming admitting,
right? But I can see if the dude really was a predator,
yeah.
which he wasn't.
Right.
I mean, if you go do something wrong, like touch on a little girl, or a little boy, or whatnot, yeah, you need to be thrown under the prison.
Right.
But just because your girlfriend is 2.5 years younger than you, 3 years younger than you, I mean, there's gonna be a certain age where 3 years don't look so bad, and another place where
in a couple of years, that 3 years is not gonna look bad.
Right.
Shit, me and my ex was 5 years apart, so I mean,
Yeah, man. Shit, the person I stay with, should we like 20, 25 years apart. She old.
25 years. Old or seasoned?
She's old.
Seasoned. I think she's seasoned. Women don't get old.
I'm joking, man. She's only about like 5 or 6 years older than me.
Women get better as we get older.
But you're not complaining.
Am I complaining? I wouldn't say that.
That's what it's all about. As long as you ain't complaining.
I'm not saying that.
As long as you ain't complaining and straining and just maintaining.
I just don't have nothing too serious to complain about to at least not yet.
Okay, well, we are reaching hour 2. I mean, if my show runs 2 hours, if you have anything else, man, let me know. We can keep this show running.
You know what? I was gonna talk about something else, but since sex been coming up a lot,
let's keep it going. I mean, let's
and we still got nobody who can call in or get on the message board.
No, people that's listening live, you can still call in. The number is 213-618-8961. You most definitely can call in. If you've been listening, if you listen to the first half that got messed up somehow and you still here with us, I appreciate you. You can call in and talk on any topic you feel. 213-618-8961.
Man, I'm ready for this one, man.
Okay.
Fantasies.
Yeah.
So he's all out of drink over there, so he can't pour him another cup. So
that's a good thing going into this situation. But go ahead.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad a honey jack ain't here.
I talk to a lot of people,
okay,
right? And when we get on this topic, I like to see if somebody might say some things that I've never heard of, never thought about, or just haven't tried yet. I've been way out with some ideas and fantasies that I've had over the years, and I'm always curious to know what other people's fantasies are sexually. Not, I want to own a home one day, or I want this particular. I'm talking about sexual fantasies. Something that you would like to do, something you might want to do one day, or something that probably hasn't happened yet, or even if something you don't think is going to happen that you kind of would like to happen. Ladies first.
I plead the 5th.
Don't plead the 5th.
I plead the 5th.
Dude, you can't be on the show and plead the 5th, man.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, understand this. This is
she's about to get Kareem Hunt right now.
This is seriously not another podcast. Along with talking with a cool ass dude.
Talk to me.
You have to understand. There's no barriers here.
Talk to me
now. And I was waiting for you to say yours so I could sit and think like what really, because once upon a time when I was younger it was like the threesome like every other guy. But then I don't know, man. I think
is that a hard one for you? Well, let me tell you.
Pause.
let me throw some out there that I had before, and I still think it's a cool idea.
Well, right? No. You're not doing that. You have to, unless you already done lived your fantasy, you have to say your fantasy. You can't relive.
No. I'm saying there's some I still haven't done yet. There's still some that I haven't done. one that I have done that I really enjoy is you have to be like in an office building or hotel building and just like have sex in the window or just get head in the window, and people can look up and like, what, just somebody spot you.
Do the balcony count?
Yeah, it could. It could. It could.
Son of a bitch.
One of the fantasies that I've always had that has never happened yet, and I'm saying yet because it will happen. I want to do it in the backseat of a moving vehicle while somebody else is driving. Not the person I'm having sex with, but somebody who's chauffeuring us around, and we're getting busy in the back
Just the back seat.
while somebody's driving. Yeah. So
Now-
like if you driving and say me and this young lady right here, we get busy in the back.
Now, can you explain why is that such a fantasy? Like the feeling, like,
Me,
or it's something you can't explain.
because sometimes four walls and a ceiling kind of bore me. So I like to do different things that keep it interesting and spontaneous. I like doing things outside, the possibilities of getting caught. Just little things like that, man. That shit turns me on to the max.
So, like, if you had a limo and the limo driver, or you needed more, or do you need, like,
I'm talking about like my truck.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, for the fantasy, do it have to be somebody more closer that's driving? Because you could be in the limo and the window is rolled up, divided, and you back there.
I'm not worried about the person who's driving, seeing what's going on in the mirror and whatnot.
Okay.
I want to do more like, you ever watch Bang Bus on, the porn?
Okay, yeah.
You know how the van that they're in, you can see outside.
Right.
And any given day, if they're on the right street, you possibly could see in. I mean, I like the idea that if I'm doing something, if I'm handling my business in the back seat while somebody's driving, we pull up next to another car or truck or, 16-wheeler.
And
And they be
you
like,
just look
"Oh."
to the sidelight.
Because I'm telling you, getting roadhead is great. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But when you like get the attention of drivers around you and they see what's going on, that's beautiful, man. I once had a car. I had Lamborghini doors on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I picked up one of my ex-girlfriends from work in Beverly Hills, and we driving back to Hawthorne. I was in Hawthorne at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We coming down Crenshaw Boulevard,
No street.
early evening, right? So we coming down the street.
Are you on the west side at this point?
We're going south on Crenshaw
Okay.
from Beverly Hills.
Oh yeah. West side.
We pull up to a red light, right?
Mhm.
And she's handling her business, right?
Mm.
I'm like, look over to my left, a car with two guys is in the car. Grab the handle. All I seen is two heads go like this. And I'm sitting there with a grin on my face, like, light turn green, the door's still up. Just take off, put a car down, and next thing you know, we get caught at like 3 lights down. They on the side of me again. One dude was like kind of applauding, another guy giving a thumbs up. I mean, I like shit like that.
Okay.
Just spontaneous.
Some voyeurs.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I like the idea of possibly being seen and sometimes being seen, getting caught, just not by the wrong people.
Okay. Now, I haven't, like I said, I haven't took the time to actually put focus into a fantasy, whatnot.
Come on, B.
No, all actuality, because like I said, like at once upon a time when I was younger, it was a threesome, and then, I threw the shit out the window because the women I dealt with ain't fucking with no shit like that. So it was like,
Well, even
I ruled it out.
even if you don't get that one, man, no matter what you do in life, man, you have to have more than one goal. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a plan A, plan B, and plan C.
Mm.
So if you don't do plan A for whatever reason, you still can shoot for B and C.
Yeah, you for sure can shoot for B and C.
Yeah.
And shoot the D.
But why are you so quiet? Come on, no pleading the fifth. Why are you so quiet, man?
I'm not quiet. I don't have a fantasy.
She done lived her life.
Hey, man.
Is she being like a what's the word we said?
I'm being a
Mark.
square.
Dude, nobody even knows you.
We
So if anybody hears this, nobody even knows who you are.
Why can I not? I don't have a fantasy.
Okay.
See now.
I'm gonna make up one for her.
Okay. Okay. And now,
That I
okay.
already did.
So this is what I'm saying. So when it's like that, and like I said, for me, it's like, me personally, I think my thing was to get the craziest top that I ever got in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That was the one,
Right.
and it happened. So
Right.
I'm good. I'm fine.
I got one for you that you probably can shoot a goal for.
Okay.
I had a conversation with somebody one time, and we was talking about things like this, and the part came up where somebody said, "I would like to have sex in many cities as possible."
Mm.
I said, "Well, damn, that's a nice goal to shoot for."
Cities, not states. Cities. Oh wait, did you say states or
I
cities?
said cities.
Cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah.
I mean, because if you say states, then that's kind of
that's kind of crazy.
yeah. But
I mean, if you retire, it's possible.
retire.
If you retire, like from
All you gotta do is just travel.
Camper.
You don't even need a camper, man. Just
camper would be nice. And you kill two birds with one stone. Well, you already you have somebody driving a camper.
yeah, 14 and 16-year-old. Yeah.
Huh?
What?
You can kill two birds with one stone. You can have somebody driving the camper,
Yeah.
and you going through different cities while you getting your
You could. You could.
Hmm.
I mean, think about it. It, like you said, it really kills two birds with one stone because it gets you out of your environment. You out traveling. You see in other cities,
That's three birds there.
and
Well, I'm talking about for you personally.
me personally.
Yeah, because you said to have sex in a moving vehicle and
Oh, yeah.
all that. So you got the moving vehicle. You got the going in different states. I mean, different cities.
Right.
Because I mean, out here you can rack up the cities because you can
But
cross a few lights.
I'm talking about
Out of-
major cities, not none that's touching each other.
So like
So like I told you that we could do a show in Phoenix.
right.
That'd be like another city.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
So it got to be another city, another state, or it
Could
got to
be.
be. What about L.A. and Coachella?
Could be.
Okay.
If
All right.
you want to say Palm Springs or Oakland or whatever, yeah.
Okay. So it had to be. So it had to be at least 4 hours. Let's say at least 4 hours.
Anywhere
away.
you can travel to, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I mean, put that on your bucket list, man.
put that on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, it's possible. I think
it's very possible.
I don't think.
What you rolling your eyes at?
I did not roll my eyes.
I don't think me ending up with the person I'll probably end up with. I don't think the whole threesome thing is going to happen.
Do it while you're single.
I don't think that's going to happen. But however, we just
You can't say no, man. Can't have no in your heart, man.
hey,
Life's a garden. Dig it.
Oh.
Word to Joe Dirt, man.
yeah, hey, and that's that. You got anything else? I mean, do you have anything on there that you need to get off your chest right now to where to make the people that listen to my show want to tune in to your shows? Plural. I don't even have two shows. This nigga got two shows.
Nah, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Who you gonna get fined, boy?
Somebody who say I ain't doing shit, man.
Hey,
Somebody catch me not doing shit, they'll find me. That's how my life works.
in all actuality, I think you hit on a bunch of topics to where people will find you an interesting man. You know what I'm saying? From your I guess would it be non-religious beliefs, the shit that you've been doing, and your lifestyle from where that they heard you from previous shows. So it's interesting. You guys will have to tune in. We still trying to get the actual date for your show to
Yeah.
I
I mean, if possible, shit, we could probably even do it before No Rules, or because I don't know how long my schedule is going to allow me to, be here on a Friday.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, Fridays probably won't be a no go, but I'll make sure we'll we will get it to where we make it happen.
Right.
It has to happen.
Right. And anybody who's still wondering, a little bit more about me, man, I'm a cool ass dude, man. I mean, we talk and joke a lot about women and, a lot of different things, but I have nothing but the utmost respect for women, man. Even the women who ride on my motorcycle, which I'm famously known for, they always wear a dress and, usually a thong or some cute underwear or whatnot. But anything and everything that I do with any woman that I come across, it's always a line of respect. And I think that's one of the reasons why so many women don't mind having fun with me. They know that for the most part, they can trust me with, different types of fun that we have, regardless if it's the motorcycle riding or they see me posting certain pictures on Facebook with a woman who's looking beautiful. And I'll be like, man, I like that mirror in the background. And everybody's looking at the damn woman half naked.
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. But, man, I do a little bit of music. I'm not trying to, be a rapper or nothing like that, but I do rap a little bit. I'm just a C+ celebrity, who has my hands on a lot of different things, and music is one of them. Of course, now podcasts. I have a clothing line, do music videos, and I just like to have fun and get down, man.
Now, let them know where to find you at on social media.
All right, on social media, my Instagram is Nimpho, Nimpho 69, Nimpho 69. If you want to see the clothing line or different things I have on Facebook, the clothing line is Nimpho Wear, Nimphear. I think I had a little bit too much to drink, but Nimphewear. I'm sorry, Nimpho Wear.
So
Nimphowear.
I was about to say, is it Nimpho or Nimpho?
I'm sorry, man. It's Nimpho Wear, man.
And we are drinking Jack Daniels, Gentleman Jack. Jack, break us off that check.
If you definitely, if you want to see some of the videos that I have with some fun friends riding on the motorcycle with skirts and stuff like that, or a couple of the music videos, it's Rough Rider, one word, RUFFRYDER space Nimpho, Nimpho, Rough Rider space Nimpho. And hey, go ahead and like and subscribe and leave a comment, man. I mean, these ladies, they love to see what comments that you guys will leave. So I think that's what's going to encourage them to want to do more videos.
And to people that's listening live, if you want to hear any topic on any one of the 3 shows that's active as of right now with Townhouse Media, you can email us. If you want to keep it, incognito, you can email us Townhouse Media Now. That's TOWNE Media Now, not TOWN, TOWNE. Townhouse Media Now at gmail.com. Email us if you want to, topics. You want to send your picture. You want to send music, anything. We can do some cross promo.
Yeah,
we can get it in, most definitely.
And we take all kind of open criticism, man. Regardless if you want to say something good or something not so good, man. It's only out to help everybody who's under this umbrella, man. I mean, go ahead and give your impressions of whatever Ben says, whatever Mark says, Ill Will, Nimpho. We love your input, your feedback.
You better believe it. And also, I got a message talking about sending a link. Also, we will be, Townhouse Media will be doing another episode of the No Rules podcast Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Now, are we shooting for 6 or 7?
I would say 7 because
7, yeah.
Certain people, when they get off of work, man, we want to make sure we give them enough time.
Yeah, get situated. Yeah. So 7 o'clock next Wednesday, and I believe that would that be the last one before the new year?
Yeah, because I'm not sure if people are leaving for the holidays or
yeah.
whatnot, but
okay, so
and I know people have family situations,
right.
So
and that episode 1 was dope. Pilot episode also was dope. It started off slow, but if you listen to it, have patience with us, that episode ended up being dope. And here we all it's just one umbrella of us growing with each other, and we keeping this family orientated as much as we can, man.
Oh yeah.
And
I think the show that we're gonna do Wednesday, man. I know we'd be all over, all over the table with different topics, but I think we going for the dagger, man. We trying to have people laughing literally on the floor. I'm trying to have people laughing till they black out, man. That's our goal for Wednesday show, man.
Okay, well, I can't wait for it, man. I will be here, but however, I will not be on the show. I will be here, but I won't be on the show.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't promise that Lil Rev will be here, but she's here, but she's not here.
I appreciate you as well. It's been a pleasure having you here and talking with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And what the people didn't get to hear was before we started the show, your knowledge of hip hop. We were sitting here. She was shooting the shit. She was shooting the shit with us.
And that's what I love about women, man. When they versatile and they can talk about, or if we switch up and talk about music and hip hop and artists, not even back in the day artists.
Yeah,
and
whatever.
They can get some input on it. Yeah,
but it's not the just talking about the popular
right
end.
Right. To
sit and talk about the history of hip hop here tonight was dope.
That's why I want to offer her a drink, man, because she was on that. I want to sit down and talk to her and some more, chop it up.
Yeah.
She's trying to get me drunk.
But I most definitely appreciate you being here and even tuning into our shows. Yeah. And
somebody got to represent for the women, because y'all was just sitting here kind of, trying to do that.
Somebody asked you to mail bash.
Somebody got to represent for the women.
She low key was taking AC stuff.
Man, she was.
Y'all know each other?
Just shooting her shot.
Yeah. Do you and AC know each other?
Never met her, but I would love to meet her.
That's what everybody say, huh?
Yeah, everybody want to meet AC. I guess I'm just the trash one. Nobody want to meet me.
Nah.
Nobody want to meet me. It's cool. Well, I want to appreciate everybody that tuned in live.
Thank you.
I apologize for the situation, the mishaps. You know how Wi-Fi is. I guess I'm gonna have to start landlining or whatever you call it, Etherneting. Seriously, Not Another Podcast. We always air Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Every Friday we have No Rules coming next Wednesday, 7 o'clock here. Townhouse Media on Spreaker. You want to listen live? If you can't catch us live, both shows you can catch us on Google Music, Google Play Music, iTunes. Where else we at?
Spreaker,
Stitcher. And it's one more I'm missing. Oh, Spotify.
Yeah, you can
Spotify.
You probably could just make up some shit and we probably be on there, man. That's how dope we are right now.
Yeah, we everywhere. Want to say shout out to my guy, Nimpho. It's always a pleasure, bro.
Hey, man, you damn right. Pleasure's all yours, man.
We got some work to do. Ain't that a bitch?
Nah, I got that from Big Boy, man. I love that line though.
What you say? The pleasure's all yours.
The pleasure's all yours. Nah, but hey, I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna get it to work, man. We gonna get it to work.
Yeah, man, and we definitely gonna do that talking to a cool ass dude with Nimpho on Sundays before No Rules at the beginning of the year, man.
Yeah. Oh, best believe the beginning of the year is gonna be crazy. We're gonna have a total of 4 shows here on Townhouse Media. We're gonna have videos for the YouTube and get the YouTube cracking.
Yep.
Everything, giveaways. I'm gonna get back cracking. When I first started, I would give away every 1,000 listen. I would give away money for people lunch on Cash App.
Right.
Shooting money for lunch. So I'm gonna get back on that.
Man, I might even throw in something from Nymphoware, man.
Yeah, come on, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. You can get you a lunch and a shirt. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So that's it from us. Lil Red, you want to say anything? You good?
I guess, you only can say so much bad shit about men a day, I guess. She's all out.
Well, on that note, we up out of this joint.
Are you fucking
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.